Hey, this is Adam Bisek here with good friend and teammate Brandan Fokken. Today we use some fat grips for a lighter chest day. And the reason for the lighter chest day is Brandan is about a week out from another photo shoot. Dude is looking great right now, but is just a little bit depleted, a little bit dry. So par for the course with a peak week or that last week before a shoot or a contest to try to keep the weight light, force blood into the muscle, and necessitate uptake of carbohydrates. So that's just what we're doing. For me, it's a secondary chest day where, on another day during the week, I go a little bit heavier using dumbbells and barbells, more free weight type of movements. But you can see we're going to be going through some different angles here just to stress the pecs a little bit differently. First one is an isolateral movement with a hammer strength apparatus, and this is kind of an incline, a slight incline movement. Just trying to hit, again, those clavicular fibers or the upper fibers of the chest. From there, we move to a Smith machine apparatus, and if you look closely, the Smith apparatus has a slight angle such that now when we press from a flat bench, we do have a slight decline press, and I feel that when you're doing an angled pressing movement, especially for your pecs, not necessarily for your shoulders, that slighter angles rather than more severe angles are not only safer on your joints, but also more advantageous for recruiting your pec fibers and getting a better feel for the exercise. Now, Brandan again stayed a little bit lighter. Normally on chest movements when we get a workout together, Brandan crushes me because he's got some of them overpowering chest and shoulders. So he definitely is taking a step back on the weight today. But again, like I said, he's just trying to pump blood into the muscle. Here, some of the lower fibers of the pec, and he's just moving it pretty easily. And that's the way we took the day. It's not not necessary and just stupid to try to risk getting an injury this close to a shoot. So again, not pushing the weight. And the next exercise is another decline movement, kind of unique in that we're using ascending force here, attacking the strength curve a little bit differently. I do a lot of band and chain training in my own personal training. What's happening here is I was attacking the strength curve more intelligently. As he gets stronger through the press at the end, the weight, or say the tension or force increases, so it's challenging him through the full range of motion. And it's challenging him at the shortened contraction of the pecs too, so it's getting more of that sternal fibers and attacking those a little harder than he normally would. I also find that it's a great movement to actually get your triceps involved a little bit more as well. As you can see, his are popping on these. But all in all, it's a different stimulus. Just as with any muscle, you're using different angles and different types of force, not necessarily because I'm strictly now working on my lower pec, because my whole pec is working. It's the fact that your body adapts to a stimulus over a certain amount of time, and if you give it the same stimulus, meaning you're doing a flat bench press all the time, you're going to get stagnant. You're going to see progress plateau. But if you give it different angles, different types of force, different rep ranges, you can kind of reinvigorate progression and continue to develop your muscle tissue. Here we finish with an incline movement again, just a dumbbell fly. Have a decent amount of blood in the tissue, so I like doing flies myself to stretch that tissue back out, using lighter weights, obviously. I'm just thinking stretch and squeeze, kind of like a finisher type movement. Myself, you can see that I don't like to come all the way up or stretch too much. Again, with shoulder injuries I've had in the past, I keep a very finite range of motion, constant tension. You'll notice that I don't come past my shoulder. I don't overstretch the tendons, but I'm just focusing on keeping tension on only the pecs on this movement. So that's what we finished out with. I finished with more shoulder movements. Brandon had to head back out of town. But again, quick touch-up, multi-angled chest day with Adam Bisek and Brandan Fokken.